Hey doing, boys and girls, second episode of the Be a GM Connected. I already started recording this, and I simulated the first month, started off 4, 2, and 2, and I went to simulate the second month, and my Xbox froze. Whenever I do a Be a GM Connected, it'll freeze at least once, because it's my old Xbox, it has trouble reading discs, it always does it. Or it might be my NHL disc, I don't know, either or. So hopefully I rebooted it, should be alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go through, simulate 2 months, get that out of the way, and hopefully it won't freeze and I can just end the video there. So I'm going to simulate down to here. I'm just going to go back real quick, show you my lines one more time, in case you haven't seen my first video or just don't remember. So I get Skinner, Tavares, and Yakupov, Gabriel Bork with Backstrom and Ladd, Tyler Ennis with Henrique and Bobby Butler, and then my fourth line, Kreider, Pyatt, and Tyler Toffoli. Defense, I get Ekman Larson and Tom Gilbert, Dmitry Orlov, Mark Fane, Dykeiser, and Savard. He's the young kid on Buffalo. Yeah, Danny Dykeiser, I think I'm saying that right. He's a young kid on Buffalo. He's got good stats for only a 3.5 potential. At least offensively, because he's an offensive defenseman. A solid third liner, definitely. So, we'll see how this works out. I got Corey Crawford in net. So he should be pretty good. As long as you have a goalie 82 to 85, you should be all set with whatever team you have. You don't need a superstar goalie. You don't need a superstar goalie. If you get a middle-of-the-road guy, you should be fine. You'll get a solid record, good in the playoffs with a good team. Like the computer drafted me a pretty solid team. So I'm going to go down here to the 30th, and I'm just going to simulate. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. I'll be really bummed if it does. So I have to go to my third time recording it. So you guys just pay attention to the win-loss and whatnot. I'm just going to talk a little bit. I won't be able to record as often as I would like, and when I do record, it will be in bulk. Reason being, it's going back and forth between my mom's house and my dad's house. My mom's house is where I have my main setup. I got my Vizio HD TV, and I got everything in my little corner with my Hapog and my laptop and everything. And then when I go to my dad's house, I got the newer Xbox, which is good because it doesn't freeze and whatnot, but I don't have the HD TV and I don't have a nice setup. So only when I'm at my mom's, the weeks I'm at my mom's, I'll be able to record, and I'll record as much as I can. But when with my dad, I very vaguely will be able to record. I might run back to my mom's and try getting a couple of videos in, but hopefully what I'll do is I'll record much in advance, and when I head to my dad's house, I'll be able to edit the videos, and I'll upload. I'll say record 10 videos, edit one, release it one day, edit a second one, release it the next day, and so it's almost like I'm recording one every day. Those should all be in advance. That's what I'm thinking I'll do. Hopefully it'll work out. Because I mean, obviously I can bring my laptop wherever I want. So, after the first month, 4-4 start, not too bad, but not too good. The losses, high scoring. Crawford seemed to let up a lot of goals. I think 5 goals in that last loss of the Avalanche, you can see, and then I believe there are 2 more with 4 goals he let up. I kind of looked real quick. I'm not positive. Definitely the key to doing good in Be a GM is winning in overtime, or getting to overtime, not even winning. The overtime losses help a lot, and they really can boost you up the extra few points rather than getting a regulation loss. Getting the overtime loss really can make a difference in the standings, and that obviously goes for all hockey, not just a video game, whatnot. But just comparing it to this because it's right in front of me. So I'm not too positive who the top teams are in this BGM. I'll go through the stats and the standings when this video is over, and give you guys a better idea of who I got to compete with in the West. Who ended up with the solid team. I believe Detroit had the first pick, and they have Crosby. That's all I can think of. I think Ovechkin might be on Tampa Bay. But another little tip I have, if you ever do one of these and you want the computer to draft for you, always pick the middle of the road, say between 10 and 20. You end up with a solid overall team, whether it's defensive minded or offensively minded. If you choose the first couple picks, you could end up with a good team. You might get lucky, get good prospects or something. But my last few times, either going with Ovechkin or Crosby first overall pick, the team has had a solid first line of offense, a solid first two lines of D, an okay goalie, and then just a bunch of third liners for the rest of my offense. So I would highly recommend going a middle of the road lineup. And like I said in the first video, I've had a team with a first line of Zetterberg, Taves, and Nash. I don't know how the hell that happened, being able to get one of those three guys in the third round. I'd imagine Nash, but I don't know how they would drop that far. Again, my goalie probably wasn't that good, but still. So here we go. I finished the up to November simulation 11-9-1, 23 points. Out of how many games? 21 games. So it's pretty solid. I'll check out the team standings right here, real quick. 15th in the NHL. So we are one out of a playoff spot right now in the West. Obviously can catch up easily. We're only one behind Calgary. Let's see. So it looks like we're doing a solid start. We could have used some more overtime losses or obviously some more wins, but having the winner record, can't really complain much about that. In the East, it seems like New York, Winnipeg is solid. They really only have I'd say three really good teams. Boston's on the edge, but the rest of these guys are really close to 500. Most of them are below. Same in the West. Only got a couple runaway teams. So that's how that's looking. Let's look. We'll check out the team stats and then the league stats real quick. So overall points here, Skinner's got 17, leads the team. Tavares, and there's Yakupov. So the first line's producing great. Second line, Backstrom and Ladd producing solid. And not Gabriel Bork, so gonna make a move there. He was really the one weak spot I had on the first couple lines, but I went with him because he's a playmaker compared to an Ennis type player. I was almost thinking about moving Kreider up, being a power forward. He's a low rate, but actually that would have two power forwards in the same line. I don't know about that, but you can figure something out there. I don't know what's up with Ladd with 26 penalty minutes. That's a bit much. I don't think he's much of a fighter. He shouldn't be, at least. Plus minus, so pretty much just the low line guys are plus, so I don't know why top guys, I mean, we don't have a bad record, but it looks like we're really getting outscored. So let me just run over and check the NHL stats, and we're going to go to points here. And Parise leads the league in points. Stamkos, Drew, Malkin, Richard, Zetterberg, Kane, Sagan. That's surprising. Goals goes to Evgeny Malkin with Guillaume Latendresse. That's nice. And then Parise leads in assists. Penalty minutes. McQuaid's already got 104. Holy ass. So Quader's up there. So Ladd looks like absolutely nothing then, compared to McQuaid. And guys up here. I just want to check out goalies. I'll just check them out as a whole. See how Corey Crawford's doing. Crawford played the most games. 2.46 goals against, so not too good, but not too bad. Save percentage isn't anything great. So hopefully he'll step up a little bit in the next few games, but he's doing alright to get by. So that'll do it for this video, and I will talk to you guys later.